Get the upper hand on your competition with SCUF controllers. Use code OGXRAYZ to get 5% off your entire order. So recently I was invited by Sledgehammer Games and Activision to fly out to San Francisco to play DLC 3 early. That included the multiplayer as well as the main focus of this video, Zombies, the Tortured Path. Now before actually jumping into the zombies as a whole, giving kind of like a pre-review because I wasn't able to get the full experience, and before I give you the full breakdown of what you can expect going into this, I wanted to thank Activision and Sledgehammer Games first because they did pay for my hotel and my flight, and they were incredibly kind to me. I actually lost my wallet while I was in San Francisco. Incredibly embarrassing, such a bonehead move by me. But they were so accommodating with that, and they were even offering to pay for some days that I would be stuck there if I was stuck. Luckily, I was able to get on my flight and get back home, but they were super helpful and super kind. So I want to thank everyone over there. Each one of them is amazing. They're great people, and I just wanted to toss that in before we jump into the zombies. Now let's jump into the zombies. The Tortured Path. Now, at first, when a lot of people heard about the Tortured Path, I think there was a lot of negativity in the community. A lot of bigger zombies YouTubers were not excited, and quite honestly, a few of them were actually tossing shade, which I thought was a little bit unprofessional, just because, I mean, you saw nothing from the preview. There was nothing shown in that first trailer that we got for United Front. It was all multiplayer plus the war map, and a lot of people saw that there was no zombies in it and immediately assumed that this was going to be a quote-unquote filler DLC, and that there was going to be a lot of backlash and that they were not proud of their work, and that's why there was no mentions of it in Zombies. And well, we did get that trailer today, and it looks amazing, and I want to kind of give you guys some gameplay and a breakdown of what the Tortured Path is like, what to expect, and then honestly give you guys my thoughts and also a review. Keep in mind that I did only get to play the first map. I was not able to get to the second map, which I guess is kind of something you guys are like, well, what's this guy talking about? 1, 2 maps? Well, as it turns out, the Tortured Path is actually a set of 3 different maps. I was only able to play the first map, not because I was locked out of the second one, but because it was rather difficult to get out of the first map. The Tortured Path is hard, and I was playing with someone who I believe was relatively decent at zombies. Kevin Kelly, if you're watching this, shout out to you. But really, you needed to have a lot of communication in this mode. The Tortured Path is 3 maps. You beat one map, it unlocks the next one. You beat that map, it unlocks the third map. I didn't get past the first one because it was, like I said, incredibly difficult to do, and you really need communication. Now, the way that this is different is that this is more of a challenge map than it is a full-fledged zombies map. Now, keep in mind when I say this, I'm talking about the first map that I played, because this first map that I played was all challenge based. I was unaware of what happened in the second one, and for all we know, it looks like the third map is going to be a full-fledged zombies map, a full-fledged zombies experience with Easter eggs and everything. And I'm sure there's Easter eggs and other smaller stuff riddled throughout the first, second, and third map. But again, like I said, I was only able to play the first one, and from what I heard from other zombies YouTubers who were there, they were only able to play about half of the experience for this second map. There's no idea what's happening in the third portion, but I'm very much excited for it. Now, with that said, let's jump back into the Tortured Path, the first map. It's a challenge map. What this means is, think of this as more of survival from previous Call of Duties that you've seen, like Advanced Warfare. It's not a traditional zombies map. Every wave that you get through is going to get you to the completion of this map, which is 10 waves. Now, I know you're thinking, 10 waves, that's easy, that's Sleep Street. And that's the first thing that I was thinking when I went into this. I loaded up the map and said that we needed to survive 10 waves, and at first I thought, well, this is like Call of Duty Online, in that once you get to 10 waves, boom, that's it, you're done. But man, was I wrong about that. This is more of survival than it is just a regular zombies map. Every few rounds you unlock a new weapon that you can buy, which is completely at random. So you can choose to try to get a random AR or a random submachine gun or a random shotgun. And again, like I was saying, the more you play, the more you rank up. The more you rank up, the more you unlock. You get a little more damage that you do. You unlock more weapons faster. So there is sort of a ranking system in this new quote-unquote mode. I'm calling it mode because I don't know what happens after you unlock that third map, whether that's just the third map you can play. And there's also quite strongly a possibility that all 3 of these maps can be played as standalone maps, just like Gruten House, where it'll be really incredibly small maps, but they're going to be fun. So this first one, like I was saying, it's a smaller map. You're kind of at a courtyard. It's like all broken down. Zombies are coming in. It's more of a story of seeing what happens around the world as opposed to what just the crew is doing. You get to see what these new recruits are like, or what they experience as they're trying to progress their way to different portions and to different timelines and advancements of this zombies army, which I thought was very unique. So like I was saying, every few rounds you unlock a new weapon. When you unlock those new weapons, you can get something really good, or you can get something pretty terrible. Other really cool things about this is that there's actually wave-based challenges. So it's not only just surviving. You'll get the occasional survive that round, but you'll get occasionally some challenges like defending an area from zombies attacking batteries, or you need to repair generators or radios, 3 different locations, all while on a timer. And there's also an entire round of bomber zombies, which I thought was absolutely hilarious and also incredibly stressful. Add to that, on top of that, that you had the boss zombie from the Final Reich, that big old giant sledgehammer armed zombie, and you're in for a very confined, crazy space of trying to not only survive, but also complete different challenges, including defending different points, repairing different areas, or just straight up surviving. Now, you do get some perks and rewards if you defeat a boss zombie, or occasionally if you end up just completing a round. You'll get rewards like weapons you can pick up off the ground that are, that are sometimes just regular weapons, or occasionally you'll end up getting a wonder weapon. Like, for instance, I got the Tesla gun, which really did help. And there's a lot of strategy in this. You can choose from your starting created class, or maybe you want to be invisible to zombies for a certain amount of time, or maybe you want unlimited ammo so you can use it when you're defending a point. I think it's going to take a lot of strategy if you're playing with other teammates. Sometimes maybe you'll want one of them running one where they can fix or repair something while being invisible, or maybe you want someone who's just straight up blowing through ammo so that they can defend the point. It got me really thinking, and it got me very much excited. So now that we have those points out of the way, you try to survive, you try to complete challenges, you get weapons from completing challenges, you also get pretty much everything you would find on a normal map already available to you, so you can buy perks as well. You can get to pack a punch once you've completed a certain set of challenges, and this is all for the first map. I am unaware what happens on the second map. I believe it takes place on a boat, and then the third map, from the trailer, it looks like it's a full-fledged map. And again, none of us were able to play that third portion, which to me is very exciting news, because it means that a lot of you guys are not going to get spoiled when it comes to that. So now let's go ahead and go into the review portion. I very much enjoyed this first map. It's it's different. It's like a fresh of breath air. It's completely different from anything we've had before, more challenge based, a lot of strategy going on in it. And I think that a lot of people who maybe are not big fans of just zombies and, just in general, might actually give this a go and give it a try, because there's objectives. It's zombies but with a twist. It's zombies but not zombies. So I think that a lot of people are really going to enjoy that. When I first started playing it, I had kind of 2 thoughts. I thought, wow, a lot of people are going to enjoy this, but also, man, this has serious potential to get a ton of backlash, because it's not a zombies experience. It's not your typical zombies map. So we'll definitely have to wait and see what exactly happens with this. But I'm assuming that we're going to have a lot of people who are very happy. And again, we don't know what's happening with that third map. For all we know, that third map is just a full-fledged zombies map, and these first other 2 are smaller challenge maps that you can complete through to unlock that third map. I really hope it's that way. I think if you can have it that way, you'll have the best of both worlds, and even just make it so those 2 smaller maps are just survival maps like Gruten House. So anyways, that's my thoughts on the Tortured Path, along with details and what to expect. Like I was saying, I only got to play the first map. There's 3 total. The second one was the max amount that we could go to in the recording session, so we'll definitely have to wait and see what this third map is all about, but I'm very much excited for it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you did, drop a like on the video. It is incredibly helpful and super appreciated. And if you are new to the channel, if you want to see even more content like this, I'm going to have a ton more Call of Duty World War II Zombies news, info, rumors, leaks, and more coming, so obviously make sure you guys are subscribed and have notifications on so you don't miss a single upload from me. If you want to support the channel directly, you can do so by joining my sponsor squad. You get access to early content, exclusive videos, and a special badge that shows up in all my live streams and in the comment sections of all my videos. So check that out only if you are willing and able to. And lastly, if you want to talk about this or anything, the best place to get a hold of me is on Twitter, at OGXRAYZ. A link to that will be in the description below, along with links to my gaming and second channel. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Take care. I'm out. Peace.